with absolute certainty that Iran will not only become an industrial nation, but in my assessment, in 12 years' time, enter what we say the era of the great civilization. The era of the great civilization, for those who are interested to know, means a kind of a welfare state where everybody, since he's born until he's dead, will enjoy every kind of social insurances.
Persia and Great Britain.
The inhabitants of Iran.
Russians is endangered.
And once again, the sweet
Wearing that.
and still see his mark.
I must
Interest in Iran.
A revolutionary overthrow which may be Western.
If the government today was run by the mullahs and
They would take us back 1,500 years.
Over the 4 decades of its existence, the Iranian regime has committed many sins against its own people especially, many of which have gone unnoticed, unheard and unseen by the rest of the world. There have been many protests, riots, in which people demanding freedom were oppressed, thrown in jail or even killed. Iran's student protest of July 1999, which ended up in dozens killed and over 1,000 arrested. The protests of the past decade, starting in 2009 up until now, for the election, for the rising cost of living, for inequality, injustice, discrimination, and the lack of social and political freedom, not to mention the recent alleged mistake in shooting down Ukraine International Flight 752 that killed 176 passengers and crew, 146 of which were Iranians, students and scholars who left the country to live a better life, to use their talents in a society that rewards them and treats them fairly. Many of the ones who were killed in these protests were teenagers and younger generations who stood up for what they believed in. Sons and daughters who never got to reunite with their family and loved ones.
اصلا اسلام حکومت ندارد. اسلام اینطور نیست که یه حاکمی مثل آقای هیتلر داشته باشد اونجا، مثل آقای کارتر که نظیر هیتلر است داشته باشد اونجا و سرکوبی کند همه را بزند و بکوبد. اصلا این چیزا در اسلام مطرح نیست. من دولت تعیین میکنم، من تو دهن این دولت میزنم، من دولت تعیین میکنم، من به پشتیبانی این ملت دولت تعیین میکنم. لکن این را باید همه بدانند اون روزی که من احساس خطر برای جمهوری اسلامی بکنم، اون روزی که من احساس خطر برای اسلام بکنم، اون روز اینطور نیست که باز من بشینم نصیحت کنم، دست همه را قطع خواهم کرد.
Mahsa Amini was a 22-year-old arrested and beaten by the morality police in Tehran for not wearing her hijab properly. Her death has sparked an uprising so large and so fierce that it has gone beyond the borders of Iran itself. The people of every country, every nation, have showed their support. Iranians living in other countries have also rallied in unison on the streets and showed their support online. Perhaps such thing would not have been possible without social media. Thus, the government has censored and shut down the internet, but the demonstrations have continued. Men and women have taken to the streets, combating the police, cutting their hair, burning their headscarves, and chanting Zan Zendagi Azadi, Mard Vatan Abadi. Up until the recording of this video, near 100 deaths have been confirmed. Students are being hunted by armed forces. Activists, artists, and celebrities who have voiced their opinion and support have been fired or arrested, but the fight continues. Our fight isn't with the religion of Islam, but the corrupt powers who have corrupted it and used it to silence us, to control us, and to take our freedom. This is a warning to every people in every nation, that if you let lies and deceit gain a foothold in your governments, if you let corruption gain power, if you wait too long to stand up against it, it might be too late. And your children and your future generations will suffer the consequences of your inaction.
برای زنان سرزمینم، برای آزادی.
Should be covered to protect themselves. So they are doing this to protect women.
The oppressive Iranian government has responded as you might expect, killing dozens of innocent civilians in the unrest.
In essence, they're letting America and President Biden know that this regime has no legitimacy at home. So it is exactly the wrong thing for Joe Biden and Jake Sullivan to be negotiating with this regime.
And I think this ought to be the norm of behavior from now on, beyond the status quo, because Iranians want change and it is time to address that. Perhaps next time you would not allow Iranian officials to travel and deny them their visas, or even expel families, those associated with the corrupt officials and their families, because as
برای توی کوچه رقصیدن، برای ترسیدن به وقت بوسیدن، برای خواهرم، خواهرت، خواهرامون، برای تغییر مغزها که پوسیدن، برای شرمندگی، برای بیپولی، برای حسرت یک زندگی معمولی، برای کودک زباله‌گرد و آرزوهاش، برای این اقتصاد دستوری، برای این هوای آلوده، برای ولیعصر و درختای فرسوده، برای پیروز و احتمال انقراضش، برای سگهای بیگناه ممنوعه، برای گریه های بیوقفه، برای تصویر تکرار این لحظه، برای چهره ای که میخنده، برای دانش آموزا، برای آینده، برای این بهشت اجباری، برای نخبه های زندانی، برای کودکان افغانی، برای این همه برای غیر تکراری، برای این همه شعارهای تو خالی، برای آوار خونه های پوشالی، برای احساس آرامش، برای خورشید پس از شبای طولانی، برای روزهای حساب و بیخوابی، برای مرد میهن آبادی، برای دختری که آرزو داشت پسر بود، برای زن زندگی آزادی.